The other day I did something that I didn't even think I would have to do, but I'm happy that I did it. And that is, I combed out like 3 of my locks. What's up, sweet, beautiful people? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. And if you're not new here, thanks even more for returning. Today, we are talking about lock budding versus lock bunching. It's so important that you guys know the difference, and I feel like I just kind of figured that out. So my name is Alexis. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you for being here. I want you guys to realize that this is a community for naturalistas on a journey of self-discovery, and I want you guys to know that I'm here for you in any way possible, whether you're new to your lock journey like me, whether you have been locked for a while. If you are interested in locks, hair, womanhood, self-care, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. It's my intention every week to bring you guys a little bit of love and light through these videos. So if you can, do me a favor and return that love and light. The only rule here at Alexis & Company is you have to leave some love. And as cliche as that sounds, it really helps to brighten my day and everyone else's. So if you are new to the community, welcome. If you're not new, thanks so much for all the love that you leave every week. So I want you guys to remember that I am 2.5 months into my lock journey right now, and I'm just sharing my experiences with you guys as they're happening and my knowledge with you guys as I'm learning. So I don't want you guys to think I'm a know-it-all because I'm new to the game. So I actually rely on you guys quite a bit to tell me what you want to hear about, what questions you have, what remedies and solutions and experiences that you have. And it really helps me to keep content fresh and new for you guys. So never be afraid to express your opinion. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you're going through. And I really want this to be a safe space for everyone. So remember that if you're on your lock journey, it's a journey of your own, but I never want you to feel like you're on your own. And that's why I'm here. So without further ado, let's jump right into our discussion today on lock budding versus lock bunching. So like I said, all of my videos are really based on the experiences that I'm going through real time. So as they're happening every week, I feel like there's something new going on, and I'm like, okay, well, this is gonna be a great video, like a great topic to bring to the community. So today's topic is really interesting to me because I thought that like maybe 4 weeks in, I felt like a knot in one of my locks, and I thought that it was starting to bud already. And I showed my little brother, and he was like, yeah, like I think it's kind of a bud. And I showed my mom, and she was like, Lex, quit playing, like that's not a bud. So it turns out my hair was bunching up, but not necessarily budding. So that's what this video is about today. The other day I did something that I didn't even think I would have to do, but I'm happy that I did it. And that is, I combed out like 3 of my locks. I combed them out because they were unraveling pretty badly. Most of the lock was new growth, and there was a place where the hair was like bunched up closer to the tip, and then there was a little pointed tip. So basically it was just hair that was unraveled and bunched together toward the bottom, and then a little tip of the 2-strand twist remaining. So I was like, that doesn't feel right. Like it just didn't seem right. So I combed it out. I actually combed out 3 of my locks the other day in the back and retwisted them. So I'm sitting here with 3 2-strand twists. So those locks, of course, will probably take a bit longer to catch up to everything else. But I figured it was worth it in order to save my locks and to make sure that they are forming how I want them to form. I want them to all form from the 2-strand twist method. So if you're watching this, don't be afraid to comb out any knots that you see. Like if it just doesn't feel right to you, then it's probably not right. So that's what I did the other night, and I'll insert some pictures here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was sitting here with a head full of starter locks and a few of them that were combed out and restarted. So don't be afraid to restart your locks if they are bunching. And for me, the primary difference between bunching and budding is bunching is just kind of an unraveled lock that is matted in the middle, and budding is still a lock that's maintaining its consistency and creating a bulb type of a shape. So if you started with 2-strand twists like me or coils, I'm sure you don't want an unraveled lock in the middle of all your neatly coiled or neatly twisted locks. So feel free to comb them out if you have to, and start them over. And again, like I said, I'll show you guys pictures of what I'm talking about, because I don't want you to think that your locks are budding when they're really just bunched up and unraveled. So there's a big difference for sure. In order to avoid having bunching instead of budding, I thought the best remedy would be to comb them out and to restart. And like I always tell you guys, my nails are pretty long, so I used my nails to comb them out a little bit to loosen them up. And then I took a really tiny comb with a long pointed tip and just gently combed out the roughest parts. But it didn't take long at all because, like I said, most of the lock was already unraveled. So I really just had to comb out the part that was bunched up. So today's video was really just to remind you guys to be hands-on with your locks. Like, don't be afraid to dig through your hair and check out each lock to make sure it's doing what you want it to do. And of course, I started with a loctician and I love her work. But again, it's up to me at the end of the day to know what's going on with my head. And I want to remind you guys to do the same. And of course, my mom has retwisted a few of hers because hers unravel quite a bit as well. Her hair is locking a bit slower than mine, so I've had to retwist 3 of them, and she said she's retwisted some of them several times, but mainly because my mom had a silk press before she started her locks, maybe a few months before she started her locks. So she's still kind of going through the ramifications of her silk press. So we figured her hair would take longer to lock anyway. But she encouraged me to not be afraid to comb it out. If it needs to be combed out in order to form properly, like, I'm so willing to do that. And I want you guys to be willing to do that as well. At the same time, I want you to be incredibly careful and gentle with your hair and with your locks so that you don't damage your roots and so that you don't have lock breakage or any kind of damage to your hair. If you've been locked for a while, let me know what you think about lock budding versus lock bunching. If you experienced these in your early stages of locks, if you're right around the same time as me, let me know what you're going through right now. This whole lock bunching thing was quite unexpected, but at the same time, I'm willing to embrace every single part of this journey, and I pray that each of you are willing to as well. So remember, I'm sending you guys peace and light with every video. All I ask in return is that you leave some love. I love you guys.